Hey, all right. Man, this is some great revelation right here. This is amazing. The way he's just pointing out, but he really wants his people to understand. He wants you to want to come home to him, because if you don't want to, more likely you'll be left behind. You have to want to belong to him and to come home. Okay, here we go. I'm going to read this verse the way we'll see it in our Bibles, most of our Bibles, then take every word back using the lexicons and the Strongs, being led by his Holy Spirit. And man, I was watching my videos and I don't like the way I come across. Maybe I need to calm down on the caffeine. But this connection between my mind and brain, this sounds bad, but between my mind and my brain has been jarred so many times. You know, sometimes it's rough for my thoughts to come out smoothly out of my mouth. Years and years of being stupid when I was young, but anyways, here we go. This is James 4, verses 7 through 8, 7 and 8. Okay, submit yourselves therefore to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. We've all heard this, I'm sure. So let's take it back. This is amazing revelation right here. There's some beautiful, beautiful revelation here. James chapter 4, verses 7 and 8. All right, it'd help if I started on the first page. Here we go. Yield yourself as a subordinate in admonition of a warning to obey in this place beneath, that is covertly inferior. That means it's hidden. The truth is hidden about this place that we're in. Okay, and he wants us to be ordained truly by the authority and interests of God, to be likened unto God, even though we've all strayed from the straight way and all our inflections. So he wants us to be likened unto God by the Holy Spirit, to stand against the opposition by a substitution, to keep a family of a kingdom intact and escape in safety of things that are placed in a balance. And I keep seeing that. Things are being placed in a balance right now. Stand firm on the foundation, which is Christ, and stand ready and prepared by a steadfast mind prepared by his Holy Spirit. A steadfast mind of quality to serve, to give out, so you can be established and to establish others, to be ordained in the midst of judges, things that are quietly covered, things that are concealed, things that are hidden. Okay, he wants them exposed and brought into the light. So Christ came to reveal the light of the truth, not conceal. God does not conceal anything. He reveals the truth. Okay, so of vessels that are of a throne. So we are all vessels that are from a throne. We are all children of the Most High, but we have fallen. Understand that when we're birthed into this flesh, okay, this physical being, this body is not what we've been taught in church. It is not. Men fail to grasp this. Okay, God created everything. Don't mistake that. He's in charge of everything. But this is the way he brought about free will. You know, his thoughts are way higher than ours. But he wants everybody to understand this, because there had to be free will. Okay. So we are vessels of a throne that lie in the power of the evil one, in subjection to the devil. He wants us to set forth food and drink as a servant, right? The truth, the bread and wine, right, of Christ, his body and his blood, what he did for us, and what the truth is, as something that needs to be explained by a discourse that is denoting an upright and active position. And denoting means marking. So we are marked by the gift of his Holy Spirit to explain discourse, to serve food and drink to others so that they can be consecrated to God and do the same to all those they come in contact with. Okay, so this marks us as an upright and active position. But in doing so, we are prone to slander and false accusations of men that are opposed to the cause of God and said to side with the devil. They refuse to believe it. Specifically, Satan, the false accuser. He accuses falsely. Okay? And he has done this to overthrow us and defame us in place and time. From within. Therefore, cast him out, cast out the one who inflicts punitive evil. That means for punishment, evil for a punishment of being birthed into this physical world that he was given dominion over for a while. Okay. So this is to wound us and disquiet one's conscience, to keep our mind in dis-ease, right? The superhuman adversary, that is Satan, the arch enemy of good. Resist this attack indeed, so that when your departure from this temporal and physical place comes to a completion, so when it comes to a completion, you will be flown to safety, escaping safely out of danger in place and time by a reversal of yourselves, by you yourselves, drawing near to God and his blessings at a time that is imminent. This is imminent, understand this, as the enfolding of the arms of the sea. The enfolding of the arms of the sea. Gods and goddesses, that's with small g's, children of the Most High, Elohim, H430. Gods and goddesses that are likened unto God and due to him. And we're likened unto him due to the gift of his Holy Spirit. And we've been purchased. He owns us now. So we are due to him. And all our straying from the straight way, straying from the path, all our inflections, we are supplied the counsels of his Holy Spirit. Therefore, having a copulative and cumulative force by a connection altogether, joining one to another, to draw near, given access to God and his blessings through his Holy Spirit. To you yourselves to be made clean, free from the defilement of sin, purified from wickedness, and free from guilt by a consecration physically by fire, and a pruning. He prunes us. He chastises all those that he loves, so we can learn and gain experience and turn back to him, right? Pruning, so we are pruned to bear fruit, free from corrupt desires, the things of this world, free from falsehood, to be made pure by the help of God, symbolizing his power and might in preserving and protecting one that has grasped at the hollowness of an instrument. That's a body. It's an idol that has been poured into a storm of chaos specifically poured into the storm of chaos, and an impassable gulf that is devoted to sin, specifically men. So these are men that are stained with vices and crimes. They are heathen. That means idol worshipers. They are sinful, missing the mark, wandering from the path of uprightness, to wander from the first law of God, to be divided by craft, that skill in deceiving others. So we were divided by deception from Satan, the first liar. Therefore, be purified from carnality, that's the things of the flesh, having reverence and deep respect, that's deep respect for God's authority, by a chastening. He's chastening us here. To be a saint and celebrate a feast, the wedding feast of the Lamb, I'm sure, by a procession of things that are in a sequential events that are unfolding and coming into a synchronization now, properly to encompass your heart. So he encompasses our heart as the seat of spiritual life of the soul. When we're born again of his spirit, it's the heart of our soul. It reanimates us, brings us back to life when we're connected back to the source of all life, the tree of life, through Christ, by the gift of his Holy Spirit. Of spiritual life of the soul as a fountain of thoughts and desires, to understand the will of God, right? And to understand his will, and understand that we are two-spirited, double-minded, and uncertain. But we are being animated by the breath of life. He wants us all to be animated by the breath of life, to be constitute. That means become part of a whole, to keep his family intact, by the right use of the aid that is offered by God through Christ, by the gift of his Holy Spirit, to attain and secure its highest end of eternal blessedness and everlasting life, which is distinguished from the body and is not dissolved after death. Dust we are, and dust will return. To breathe. He wants us to breathe voluntarily. This is all done voluntarily. So he's asking us to come back and to be used by him to produce more fruit, and to understand that our flesh is an idol. He wants us to understand these things. And if you don't understand it, you're going to really want to try to hold on and grasp at the hollowness of this world, which is a world in a tempest and a storm of chaos. Okay, so there it is. Love and respect, everybody. Some great revelation there. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye.